Hello there. Um, this is a patch that I said that I would do a video for. I am involved with some production companies that do small films and bits of TV and adverts and stuff. And every now and then I get asked to do clips of music for the background, kind of stuff that's just you hear but you don't really pay that much attention to. Kind of a mood setter, if you like. For those of you aware, I did some stuff for a zombie film maybe about a year ago, and I used the Helix for that as well. If you look on YouTube and my Instagram, you'll be able to find all those clips and patch links, etc., etc. So this is called Hello There because of the Star Wars clip that I played yesterday. Thank you to all the Star Wars geeks for pointing out to me that I played it wrong. I'm aware of that. The patch wasn't actually built for that, to be honest. It was just built for something else. But that riff, that song was stuck in my head. So, down to business. We are using the Archetype Clean. There are your amp settings for that. You will be able to download this on Custom Tone and, get it for free. And we go into the cab, which is the 4x12 Cali V30. Again, I'm using the 57 dynamic. I'm kind of really liking that amp in the HX Stomp at the minute. Normally, I'd be using a ribbon, a 121 ribbon, but for some reason, I just keep leaning towards this mic. I don't know whether to my mind it seems a little bit clearer. So, here's the dry guitar sound. My apologies if you're picking up string noise off the mic. Using the vintage Goldtop Les Paul, or the Goldtop Les Paul from the company called Vintage, which is the Joe Bonamassa version that they do. And what I'm doing is I'm running this in the middle position with both of the volume controls kind of rolled right back and then just ever so slightly brought forward. So it's very, very clean. There's a reason for that, is to be able to play the pieces of music accordingly with the compressor and the reverb and the auto swell. So we come out the cab and then we hit the Trinity chorus, which, to be honest, it doesn't really do a hell of a lot. It just gives it a little bit more depth, if you like. Then we come out of that and we hit our first reverb, which is the Octo, which will sound like this. It's nice. It's pleasant already. Really long decay on that, and that is obviously there for a reason. And then that then feeds into the Plateau, which is this is my go-to really for making this kind of film-based kind of stuff. So you can hear with those two combined, we get that kind of organ sound. So let me show you what I've done on the Plateau, because that's where the magic lies, if you like. On pitch 1, it's set to plus 12, and on pitch 2, it's set to minus 24. So what happens then is you get that real deep octave, it's really... That's where that comes from. So how I manage the playing with this is that I use the auto swell, which is a really, really good, and it helps me out with like the attack of the notes and what I'm picking out, and it really kind of sets the mood because you don't really have to think too much. One of the things that I did find is that finger playing with the auto swell isn't very good. Either I'm not very good at it, or I just couldn't get it to attack right. So I went back to using a plec for that, and I've set the attack of it at 300 milliseconds. and the threshold at -72, and change the taper to linear. And yeah, turn the decay down. It's great. It really just kind of helps everything just swell in and swell out. So let's hear that. You get that almost orchestra kind of sound with it. It's really, really good. And obviously when we did the Star Wars thing yesterday, and that is it. It's literally that simple. So I tend to use these patches for stuff that I'm doing with, like, say, little films, bits of TV stuff, and people that want stuff that it would necessitate this patch. So if you want it, the link is in the description. Any questions, please feel free to ask. But just as a tip, a good humbucker guitar is good, and roll the volume back, and then just generally feed it into where the plec will get the note out and it's not too overbearing. I did try it with a single coil Strat. It just wasn't powerful enough. It didn't really get where I wanted it to get to. So thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe. I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers, and that's a bit of a benchmark just for sitting in this little studio and giving out free tips. So thanks for dropping by, guys. I'll see you on the next one.